Okay, this is a reflection. I'm going to be using Gibbs reflective cycle. Okay, so description of what happened. Basically, what happened is it was the youth session had just finished. It's been time to go. I had approached the young people and said, "It's time's over now. So you need to turn off the computer and leave." Young people's like, "Oh no, I just want to finish the game. I want to finish the game." There was literally about 2 minutes left of the game, so I said, "Okay," and I stood there waiting for them to finish. But one of the other staff members turned the game off from in the office, so naturally they got upset. One guy in particular got upset, and he walked out in the strop, effing and blinding, I suppose, and he left. The member of staff approached the young person outside and was having a heated discussion about what had happened. At this point, I was still in the building. I'd noticed it, and although I eventually made my way outside, I got around and they were still arguing. So they were still arguing. I intervened. I spoke to him. I said, you shouldn't be acting like this. I spoke to his friends as well, asked him to calm him down a little bit. And, he seemed to calm down, and he seemed to... Actually, no, he didn't calm down. To be honest, I left the situation in the staff member's hands. I didn't want to seem as if, I was ganging up on him, or, I felt like the other staff member had it under control as well. So I left them to it. As I drove the car around the corner, they had left as well, so it was literally maybe 30 seconds after I'd left that the conversation had stopped. So my feelings at the time were, I was a little bit nervous. Obviously, I didn't want anything bad to happen. I didn't want it to kick off. I didn't want it to go any further than it did, which is part of the reason why I actually went over, just to make sure, I feel like if I add my my input, that things will calm down a little bit more and relax, but my intention wasn't to go over there and diffuse the situation. My intention was just to go over there and offer support, and if anything did get out of hand, and be there as a second person to be like, just calm down, relax, and offer any support I could have. The good thing about the experience was that I got to see that young person in different light. I've never seen that young person act that way before. So I suppose for me, seeing a person in that negative mind frame kind of allows me to build a stronger relationship with them, because I then understand how far left they can go, if that makes sense, how far to one extreme they can reach, and then I kind of know my boundaries, know how far to go with that young person in particular, and whatnot. So the bad thing about that is that I suppose for me personally, I can't really see a bad thing. I suppose you could say the bad thing is that the young person acted a certain way in front of me, or felt a certain way in front of me, so therefore now feels comfortable and may possibly feel comfortable to behave in such a way next time, because that person now sees that, or he knows how I am already, so that they have no need to act sensibly. But I suppose on the other hand, that's a good thing as well, because he just feels he's more comfortable with me. So and the analysis, what sense can I make of the situation? I just feel that he's just trying to protect himself, because he's a particular member of staff as well. He's a very strong-minded. He's definitely got a presence about himself in the workplace, which is always a good thing. If you ask me, it's a good thing. But on the other hand, some young people might feel threatened by that, especially the young alpha males, the young people who are seen to be at the top of the pyramid within their group of peers, you know, that can be very threatening. And when pushed, you know, and expected to act a certain way, I just feel that's why he did it, you know, not just because of how his peers looked at him, but obviously, you know, in his own self, he just wanted to make a stand and, you know, make himself heard. To be honest, what else could I have done in terms of conclusion? I think if I didn't go over there in the first place, I think it would have been fine as it was, you know. I really do. Sometimes it's best just to stay away rather than approach. So, I mean, I suppose I could have also, seeing that I was there, I mean, I could have also kind of pulled him to one side, you know, at least attempted to say, you know what, come over here, let's have a chat, you know, and whatnot. But I mean, even if I did do that, then it would have been me disempowering the staff member, you know, saying, oh, let me deal with it, you go inside and I'll take over, you know. At the end of the day, it was their conversation. So, you know, yeah, in terms of conclusion, I think if I just stayed away and left it, you know, that would have been equally as good. But the fact that I actually did well go over, you know, made them aware of who I am, you know, that I have the ability to step up in a situation, you know, empowers myself. So the action plan, if the situation arose again, I'll definitely, you know, if the situation arose again and I was actually there and I did approach and whatnot, I'd definitely ask them to bring it inside, you know. Definitely ask them to calm it down a little bit, because obviously there's people watching. You don't need the kind of spectacle, people looking over and saying, oh, you know, what's this about, and this, that and the other. So, yeah, I think I just kind of would have diffused it a little bit and took it away from the street, but we're inside the building, so it's more of a personal matter than a public one. And, yeah. So, yeah. That's my reflection on that incident using Gibbs's reflective cycle. And thank you.